Helen had always been a rock for her family. Over the years, she had built a solid support system made up of close friends, her daughter Emily and Kenneth, her longtime partner. At 50, life had granted her wisdom, empathy, and a deeply rooted sense of self-worth, products of years spent nurturing the people around her. Helen never imagined that this firm foundation could be shaken, especially not by one unruly man. Enter Philip, Emily's new boyfriend, whose charming exterior barely masked his narcissistic tendencies. He could charm an audience with a sly smile, yet leave a room filled with unspoken tension as he exited. From the moment he and Emily began dating, Helen observed the subtle shifts in her daughter's behavior. Small things, at first, like changing her opinions and prioritizing Philip's needs over her own. At a family dinner, Philip leaned back in his chair with an air of superiority, weaving stories of his exploits and demanding attention be fixed solely upon him. "Isn't he great?" Emily asked with a glance at her mother after yet another one of Philip's anecdote-laden monologues about how he single-handedly saved his company from ruin. Helen nodded politely, yet inside, she felt a pang of concern. Something was not right. Over time, she noticed Emily was becoming distant, their open lines of communication slowly closing. Philip, adept at manipulation, saw Helen as a threat, the matriarch who might undo his carefully fabricated world. He began to drop hints into Emily's ear, crafting narratives that depicted Helen as overbearing and unable to let go. His lies were well disguised as caring observations. "Perhaps your mom is just scared of seeing you independent," Philip murmured, stroking Emily's insecurities. "She doesn't understand our dynamic." These seeds of doubt took root, growing branches of tension within Emily, confusing her loyalties. Emily slowly drew back from her mother, increasingly seeing her as an obstacle to her newfound freedom. Ken, who had stood by Helen through many storms, was the first to confront Philip's mind games. "Something's not right," he noted, as Helen confided the gradual changes she saw in Emily. Ken's voice was a sturdy pillar upon which Helen could always lean. Realizing they had to take action, Helen and Ken sought help from family therapy, hoping to unravel the manipulation strands Philip weaved. After much perseverance, Emily began to see through the layers of deceit. "I miss our talks, Mom," Emily admitted one evening, her voice carrying the weight of regret. "Something's been pulling us apart, and I didn't see it." Together, Helen and Emily worked to mend the strained relationship, piecing back together their shared history and love. There were difficult conversations to be had and lingering doubts to overcome, but they navigated them with patience and understanding. Philip's influence diminished, like shadows fading under a rising sun, as Emily reclaimed her narrative and reconnected with the roots Philip tried so hard to sever. With time, the family's support system, while altered, stood strong once again, reinforced by the clarity of hard-won insights and the unwavering love they shared. Helen's journey taught her that even the most resilient networks can be tested, but true bonds, when nurtured with authenticity and respect, can withstand even the darkest of manipulations. If your daughter suddenly acts like you're the problem, check who's feeding her the script, and never underestimate the strength found in united love and unwavering support among family and friends.